Um, so I think Uchiyama Roshi also making a comment on this paradox of problem and no problem, of impermanence and cause and effect. He, in another part, it's not on the part that I just read now, but he gives the example. He quotes just one thing, very simple, that Dogen said. He said that today you have to make the okayu for tomorrow. And it seems like a very matter of fact thing, a very simple thing. But Uchiyama said that this just preparing the okayu for tomorrow is a way we can actually live both impermanence and cause and effect. Because so tomorrow morning everybody has to eat okayu, but at the same time you never know what might happen. There is impermanence. So tonight you might die, or an earthquake might kill us all, or a fire or something. I hope not, but so you have to be aware of that. But at the same time, you need to be aware of cause and effect too. That if you don't start preparing the okayu tonight, tomorrow there will be no food. So he said that we're not preparing the okayu as a future goal. It's today's task. It's our task now to prepare for tomorrow. So it's a very simple thing, but if we stop to think, so many times in life we just get lost in so many goals that we cannot really know if these goals are going to become real. I remember when I was my Tenzo training. My Tenzo training was not so hard because it was summer. But the first few days it was yoga retreat and Tenzo was Mui. So we were working like, I don't know, 16 hours a day. It's a normal Tenzo day, but it was my first time. And the second day, it was like, of my Tenzo training, I was frying tempura. It was 2 in the afternoon and I had been frying for a long time because there were many people here in yoga retreat. And I was just complaining in my mind, thinking of a better future and or a better past. And so, fuck, well now I'm here just frying tempura and it's so hot, it was so hot, and I was also frying. And then I stopped to think, but whoa, I spent my whole life just making better plans for the future and never really living the present, and why don't I just enjoy frying this tempura? And for a few moments I had this realization, not only in my mind, but I really gave it up, and it was interesting. It was very interesting. I think it stayed with me for a few weeks, and then this kind of realization, but then I forgot it again. But anyway, it was interesting at that time. And another example of how this thing that might seem so abstract, impermanence, cause and effect, but there are things that really apply to our daily lives. And Ochi-san again, when he was Tenzo once, last year, I was his Tenzo assistant. And Tenzo job here in Antaji, as you know, sometimes can get really hectic, like really busy and really stressful, because sometimes there are too many people, we don't have much time, and sometimes we even try to make something special, and it's like really like every second is important. And one thing that I really learned with Ochi-san is that when you have the impermanence in mind, when you have no problem in mind, it can also help you in practical situations. So he was in a very busy and kind of like in trouble because it was really, we were short of time. But he said no problem, and you could see in his gestures that he was calm. And I think this calmness that comes from seeing impermanence, seeing no problem, can really help you to deal with every life situation, from making the food, or even when something that you believed you discovered it was not true, or when somebody dies. I think in everything in life, being aware of these two forces of life can really be good. And that day, Ochi-san, the food was good and everybody liked it and it was on time. And I think maybe if he just got desperate, that's what we usually get in life. We get desperate because we're not aware of impermanence. He was not desperate, he was very calm and firm, and he did it, and it was a good meal. And I think I think that's it. Yes. I think also there's also actually in the, it's a little bit like in Zazen as well. In the anti-G website it's written like when you are doing Zazen, do not fight. If you try to do Zazen, if you try to do it, it will be far away. But if you leave everything for the posture, Zazen will manifest naturally. But at the same time, you need to have some fighting. So I think it's again this this dichotomy of doing and not doing, cause and effect, and also impermanence, or the thing that your personal effort, but also giving up. And I think it's also a little bit like when you go to Moroyoshi and you go to jump from the rock. There is the time of problem. You are swimming and you are worried, and then you're up there and you know that you might get hurt. But after you jump, you see there is no problem. But you can only know there is no problem if you have problem before. I think it's impossible for them not to exist when they're not together. So yeah, that's it. That's Derinko. Are there any questions or comments?
There's this one sentence at the bottom of page 46. Clearly know that there are fools who treat themselves as indifferently as others, and there are honorable people who consider others as themselves. Can you say something about that?
I think I didn't, not specifically, but I think Uchiyama Roshi, in the comment to the Tenzokyokun, How to Cook Your Life, he says that it's related to the thing that I said in the beginning, that everything you encounter is your life. So the wise man, he sees that others are also himself. So everything he sees in his life, it's a part of him, because I think from the view that interconnectedness, how everything is connected. So I think he says, and I agree, that if you can develop and have this kind of vision that others are also yourself, it's a way that you can give your life passion to everything, because it's a little bit like that parenting mind that Uchiyama Roshi and Dogen Zenji talks about, that everything you meet, that's your life. Everything that you is not even every person, but every object, the food that you cook, they are an extension of your life, and because that's all you have. Again, it's like one example of this, it's also from the book by Suzuki Roshi. He was going to buy eggplants, always vegetables, in a shop near his Zen center, and there was an old lady who was always there, the owner of the shop, and he always picked up the old vegetables, and the old lady once asked him, "Why do you pick up the old vegetables? You can get the new ones." And he said, "But the old ones, the new ones, they're gonna be picked up anyway." So he was kind of like getting the old ones so they would not get wasted. And I think that's what we learn a lot here in Antai-Ji too, in our practice as Tenzo, to take care of everything, not waste everything, because everything you meet is your life. It's you. It's like all you have. You don't know anything else than that. Everything you encounter is your life. Is if you have like this big mind, yourself includes everything that it's coming to your life all the time. And I think that's what that's the reason he gives you in Tenzokyokun, how to really give yourself to it and live with this passion for everything, because according to him that's a way of living, not just thinking about some future goal or following some ideas in your mind, but that's what Uchiyama Roshi said about doing your job, of doing your the okayu for tomorrow morning is today's job. So the only choice you can have more fulfilling life maybe is to see that and really give yourself completely. Maybe if you don't have, maybe you don't even have a rational explanation for it. Maybe you don't need to have lab because it's impermanence and everything is connected. Maybe if you can just show yourself, maybe sometime you can have this feeling that everything the others are yourself. Others, not only people, but everything. That's how we see it. Any other questions or comments? Shujo.